What screen am I on? Holy smokes, Power Hour, Mike V. Listen, nothing's going. I'll go to the screen. You know what's going? Consumer staples. Taking up. Listen, maybe they're front running into CPI tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you, you got to be mixed. Where am I? Go to my main screen as I try to get through these other ones. I'll get better at this. I'm not kidding. I apologize. This is a waste of people's time. Me shuffling in front of screens. DraftKings, very good. A couple of TEM still taking calls. The stocks of the day, Schwab, financials, JP and the boys, Charles Schwab. How about this Charles Schwab? Look what this Charles Schwab did to me. Yesterday, Charles Schwab did the secondary. I took a decent loss in Charles Schwab. Didn't want a position to be turned. Okay. Schwab from 80 yesterday, now it's 84. There's the chart on Schwab. Taking calls still. JP Morgan taking calls. Okay. Citi. Calls. Let's look at a couple of stocks okay. Lewis asked me a question here. Let's get to a couple of things. Let's walk before we run. As I go into TGH, and first of all, take this off. Implore everybody to go to the red YouTube button and watch Coach's videos. Okay? Every day, 9:30. Okay. Coming into the pick the speech today, this is a room curated for no matter what type of trader, 24-hour swing, long-term trade, no matter what. That's where both Coach and I, we both have a combination of both, if not that's way. So coming into today, this was before the open. No crowded longs into the speech. A lot of complacency, hence the market, hence the VIX. Shop action, SMCI. A couple of thoughts before the open. Let's look at the Shopify action. Go to the chart. Does Fizzler upgrade on the hold the upgrade? Blah blah blah. We're all chasing the same thing. 10 this morning. I followed 62 people. 62 people following 10. Thanks, Coach, for all the calls. Apple first post of the day. Apple calls. Calls. I'm not saying buying Apple. You could short it. First post of the day. Maybe it was what, 9:32? Here it is. Example TGH. Didn't split the atom. But this didn't split the atom. Another one. We're going to go to what's moving right now. But I want to say Intel calls huge. And that was right after Apple. Where is Intel? You know why they took up Intel? I think this GFS Global Foundries. Intel calls were huge. All right. So listen. Bottom line is, they're waking up. They're taking up a couple of these dogs here. Is Intel one of the dogs they're taking up, like Kohl's and Coke? And these type of stocks, or is there something more to Intel? I happen to think GFS, this Intel, GFS, Global Foundries, huge range, semiconductor. Microsoft taking calls at the close. All right, good for you. If they don't work, they're going to unwind. Big deal. Trust the data. Just trust it. I'm not giving you my opinion. Ask me. I wish there were a lot of Barrett Gold. I covered it. Covered 44,000 GOLD. Why'd you ask that, Mike V? Has earnings after the close. Now, actually, in the morning, I believe. Serve. Covered it. Earnings. Where is gold? It's in the morning. Dupe. Okay. Boomer day. Lewis asked me what sector I like, and I appreciate that for the month, if you will. But you didn't say long term, maybe long term. DuPont. The boomers win again. DuPont. Coke. Boomer. Mo, I love it. I do like it. Oh my God. BTI was taking calls for a while, a couple of months ago. Oh. I haven't looked at BTI in a couple of months ago. There you go. Schwab, Coke, Firm, ENVX. You know what? A couple of these battery players are taking calls at the close. ENVX, I don't really trust them. There is rotation. Planetaire is the one that everybody thinks, oh, maybe I got the top ENVX. That's not the type of calls you want to see. This is a bad situation. They're writing calls. Serve. Futures are ripping. My stocks are going the other way. Coke. I took some money out of Best Buy. I'm not going to let Tesla. That's the one that broke the 280. I bought some TSLL. Bought too much TSLL. No, we're not going to be married to this thing. TSLL, the real price is 1708. Okay, look at the chart. Here, there's the screen. Don't like it. That's a red screen. And when you have Apple up like that, it's bearish. And Coke. And another one, Chevron. Johnny John. Boeing. GM. Boomer Day. It's Boomer Day. Look at this. Apple. Exxon. Charles Schwab. I'm in that, and I'll buy 800 more. Just because if I was short, it'd go to 86. And oh, by the way, I'm sorry, where's Jane Norm? This is over. This is a trouble, man. These are the ones to short. I'm not kidding. Well, maybe not Riot, but this Mara, it's over for that thing. Coin. It's about moving averages. I get it. Tradable. Oklo shook everyone out. Now it goes down. Upstart has earnings after the close. Uber, give it Disney, can't catch. But you know what's even the boomer section is bifurcated. What am I in? I'm in Tesla. Iliad earnings after the close. Another one hanging in there for those binary players. Gilead's hanging in there. This Teva never bounced though. I know they do different things. Look at Teva. Wow. Oh, AUR bullish. I'm in that, but that might be the wrong type. See this AUR? I don't know. I'm in this thing. AUR, there's my bid. This is the stock of the day, by the way, SOPA. That's the short squeezer. High 629, 43 million shares. Let me get into the low floater. The RSI in the weekly is 90. The RSI in the daily is 87. So I don't know if whatever way you want to look at it, that's the one they're closing at. And why am I not? Hold on. That's the breaking low. This is a situation for close. And that's why I don't want to be long as AUR. AOI. Rigatoni gave it all back. Serve. I'm in it. Twilo barely gave anything back. JD. SoFi, by the way, SoFi. Taking the wrong type of calls. AUR bullish. This is taking calls. I'm in it now. AUR. Mike V is an investor. By 1800. Market, I'm bidding right there. Oh, they took them like nothing. That's not a good fill. When they fill you before I even press the button, that's a negative. I didn't press the button and they filled me. Elf, dead cat bounce, but they're going to consider. Oh, this is the one. Camping World. Take me out of Camping World. I'm not saying I'm going like this. I'm not going to be waking up at 4:08 in the morning, psyched about Camping World. But I'm here in an active manager. Let's look at its counterparts. Winnebago, THO, Camping World. I'm reaching. I'm in Camping World. That's horrible. But I'm in Camping. I'm up in it. If I wasn't up in it, well. The miners aren't worth watching. You're right. As a matter of fact, Jeff, I'm serious. I was looking for room on my Tesla. I was looking for room on my screen. And I was thinking about taking off, I was looking to take off APLD. And I'm like, God, it's pretty hanging in there. Every time I take APLD off, it pops. But I need to Tesla. There you go. Tesla has now turned into an investment. BCS. Why don't we take some Barclays overnight? Every other bank's breaking. I want to take some Barclays. Barclays PLC. Snow. The bearish on snow, they're telling me. All right. I'm forcing it. I'm forcing it. And I thought, you know what, a bad trade? I'm going to tell you something. What I forced, I'm still in a little bit. I got to be personal here. That cost me a lot of money this Sam. I made some good trades on some funky stocks just to make back on this bleeder. Here you go. Let's look at the Jesus feed, okay? This will sum it up. Staples Seymour buying program. I said it before, right here. The Staples. And I'm not a freaking parrot. Him saying Staples, I go Staples. Look, I show you already Staples that are going up. Coke. Gap and Go in Coca-Cola. I'm telling you, Mo. Mo can do it. How about this Penn Lewis? Penn hung in there, but you know what didn't? I sold this LVS. I shorted it. Look, LVS. That's incredible. It's incredible. As I Tesla, this thing's getting annihilated to the close. Here's another one. This Home Depot. Going to Home Depot and Camping World. You know the names that I trade? I'm looking at Camping World and Home Depot. Know your moderator. You know what I'm saying? I'll finish in a second. Now I got to treat that. Why not CSAI? You're right, Jeff. CSAI. You're pulling a freaking McDooley. You're making it easy. Algos, right? All they do, it doesn't matter if it's Coca-Cola, CSAI, TLT, or the VIX. Buy stop yesterday's high, let it go, and then if it keeps going, work it. That's all they do. It's easy. Make it harder than it is. Hey, look, you know what? Somebody's got to help. Okay, I'm gonna ask for help. Ask for help. AUR, bullish action. This AUR, and I've traded this well. Oh, another stock. I'm in DraftKings. If DraftKings has a tendency, I'm in. Believe it or not, I'm in stocks that are actually acting very well. What am I in? DKNG, SCHW, CWH, AUR. This is what are they doing to me in this AUR? It's taking calls off the board and the stock's going the other way. It does have a gap though, but this is not the type of thing I should be fooling with. I like the company, great fundamentals, solid execution, balance sheet. Being facetious, but no, this market's going the other way. VIX still negative near the low of the day as Tesla breaks lower. Let's look. All right, AMD got a little short. I'm up in it. CMG, it's a short. CMG, you tell this week green. This week green. How does the CMG not work? I will never know if this doesn't work. So short 800 more. That makes me 4,000 sweet green, whatever the thing is. A lot of positions turning into freaking trades, turning into positions here. ELF is the only one buying ELF the last 4 days. And it pops. I'm this guy right here. I'm this guy battling it right through this range. Well, it broke the previous day's close. I'm studying it. Did it take out that high? I'm battling it between 64 and 69. 2 days ago, 76. What a hiker. That bothers me. Another stock. I'm in. I'm in Coles. Do it to me. I'm in. Every day I fall for this thing. Such a stale position. You're probably losing my respect for even looking at it, to be honest with you. Doji, volume, has huge short interest. I looked at the other ones. They're not that bad. Dillard's department stores. Department stores. That's what it is. Dillard's department stores. You know what Kohl's is? Department store. Macy's is a department store. It's not even on off the. What is wrong with this thing? Just announce the bankruptcy, fire everybody, the baby out with the bathwater, 30% short interest. I'm okay. And I apologize for buying something for short interest only. I know the stock. You know what? I was doing the same thing for VFC right down here. Lewis was with me. You guys were with me. It was only a year ago. Meta. Meta at the high. AUR. Something's nasty. I'll buy one. How many do I have? AUR? I'll buy 2,000 more. 2,000 AUR. Moving markets. Don't know. ASTS gave it up. Tesla breaking low again. AI gave it all back. I saw AI. Very good. You know what? I knew you were going to say AIFF, Jeff. Mick. No Camping World. I love Marcus Lemonis. Do you know the guy's literally getting sued as we speak because he's got the flag like a 100 by 100. You know what I mean? Foot flag, and they want him to take it down, and he won't. Camping World. I like it. I like Marcus Lemonis. I love the profit. They don't even say that anymore. AIFF. I knew it, Jeff. Mick. I knew it. I knew you were going to say it. I'm glad. Beautiful. Looks good. Only problem I have with AIFF from the naked eye, but this is up for seriously. Let's dissect this trade. This is a big trade. Every time it pops nicely, even over the 200-day, boom, basically same level. It fails, but it doesn't really run with as much volume. Every time it failed and did it over the 200-day, it failed. Net card. Oh, let's finish this. That followed through. That is strong close. Dash has earnings. Watch this card. And yes, I could do a lot of things here. Hold on. So now I'm saying with this one with the volume, is that a positive or a negative with the huge volume? I think it's a negative. It turned over too much. See, ooh, look at this. Somebody's watching TradeGATEHub as we speak. I'm up. How do you feel about that AIFF? I think the volume, in my opinion, is a negative. We'll see. But tell you something. Somebody else might be watching TGH because they're going right there for CMG bearish puts. Somebody knows what they're doing. Somebody knows what they're doing. We'll add to it. We'll join them. Elf. THO. Camping World. What is this Camping World? Camping World. 800 Camping World. 800 Camping World. Buying Camping World, we used to say on the desk. DraftKings, I'm in a winner. Buy 800 more of that. If you notice, okay, I never have an even number. I'll show you everything. I never have an even number of anything. Oh, 123. What happened? Oh, you know what it is? JMI. I have 224 JMI. It's cost me 50. What else is costing me? Schwab, DraftKings, Kohl's. I always have even numbers. You'll never see an even number. Oh, it has Rocket Labs. No, we got to change that. 1,000 Rocket Labs. All even numbers, except the P&L. Black Bear. Look, here's the stocks I traded today. And it's all because of that one loser. I took a little money out of BlackBerry. Short of BlackBerry. Gold covered it at the low. Now I'm down 124. It's 55 of it is JMIA. And then the next is Sound. And I have to take the loser in Sound. I didn't think it would be that bad. What a piker. Sound. The last sale was for a bad trade. That's the one yesterday. If you go to Power Hour, I said this. Go back right here. Please do. If I don't learn, you should learn. I said the longer it took not to make the move that I wanted it to, the longer I knew it had a problem. And I held on to a loser. And it's breaking low as we speak. Short me. Go ahead. Come on. You're right. If you're shorting it, you're right. Please go ahead. Kohl's. I have a Kohl's. I was in the parking lot. There's a Kohl's about 2 miles from here in Saratoga Springs. And I drive by Kohl's all the time. It's packed. It is cheap stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. Nike, it's got, I get it. It's got like Hurley. I used to buy Hurley, the Hurley skating. We're all in the same age, I think. Used to buy the Hurley stuff. Now they have Hurley back there. It's like buying OP. Remember OP? This was a real bad trade, man. I'm embarrassed. I owe it. AUR. There it is. I owe an explanation. I'm embarrassed. I really am. AUR coming to the gap. There have been better positions. Tesla bearish. Tesla 368. The boys were buying at 330. I'm not going to lie to you. I got the call to buy at 330, 328. I bought a little TSLL, and I made a mistake because I shouldn't be buying a triple ETF into an unwind that usually exacerbates the move, hence the same way up. And I made a mistake so far. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. It's wrong with staying wrong. Being candid. Always candid. Cannot not be candid. Then I was having a good week, month. Still in. Get worse though. Now I got to manage. Now it's work. Now it's work. Now I have to work. More new lows and highs today from the Rev. MSTR breakdown into stage 4. He's right. My bio guys. My bio guys. I feel big. I love bios. I love them for obvious reasons, but this is the thing. Dan's one of a New Yorker, has a great thing. Biotech bidless for days. It's got to get better. Bidless. Biotech. Card. Risk card. Let's get back. Everything flies in my head. Might be long in the tooth, this card, but it's still light. They're still good in it. All right, stocks after the close. Okay, Lewis asked me. I mean, I want to kind of clear out. Probably going to be Coles. It's a position. Listen, I'm doing it wrong. This is like me writing index cards when I was younger and studied, or whenever I did, or the person sat next to me studied. You write them down. I'm saying it, and I should be buying Coles a lot of those, and not even put Coles on the screen. Now I'm watching this thing for 10 cents ticks. It's useless, and I'm going to move on. Getting back to stocks with earnings. Lift. Lift. Trade it. It's a good pull snap. And go from 15 to 10. Lift after the close. CFLT taking calls. DoorDash taking calls. Grab was taking calls, which made me look at DoorDash. Grab, I'm not in it, but Grab is taking calls. Good ones. QSR. Ripping. Fresh traded that poorly. Well, didn't make a decent score. Now they want to sell it. MIR former high flyer of TradeGATEHub. We punted. Upstart. Don't want to be wrong there. You don't want to be wrong on Upstart. You know, SMCI. SMCI, okay? Then the plan, what time is it? Another plan came in. 8:27 p.m. Eastern. Gonna clear out of a couple of piker positions. And trade SMCI successfully. I'll trade Upstart, and I'll trade Zillow. And then I got the Chinese rotation, hopefully after the close. I'm sure Donnie's going to chirp around, and there's going to be a lot of Tesla panic. So I'm seeing elsewhere I can make back and shift until at least CPI tomorrow morning. CPI tomorrow morning. I have a nice six-figure move, mid-six-figure move. See this? Any other questions? Good. I don't want any more. AIFF. I want everybody's. I'm going to learn. I will say one thing. What I learned is when a stock goes and has a nice big move up and then sits. This is just longs and short. This is a bullish signal for this particular stock. I'm not kidding. It's the volume that I don't know if it's turned over, if it's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really going to be looking at this to learn more than anything. I'm more curious about this than any of my positions. Only because I'll tell you why. My positions I have, and believe me, I know levels like you know. I don't know. I'll let it go. Jose, thanks for everything. Oh, this is horrible. This is bearish. Then why am I long DraftKings? Nevada Super Bowl wagers fell 20%. No wonder Las Vegas Sands is down here. Where's DraftKings? You know what? That actually moved on this freaking news, and I was adding to a winner. That's what happens. I don't like it. Position. Sell 3,200. All right, I had DraftKings. Made money, and I started buying DraftKings where? 43, 43.90. CMG's going down. RXO, Rocket Lab, Tesla, CWH at the high. We'll freaking keep squeezing them. Mike V breaking CWH high. How you doing? Planeteer. What am I down money in? Oh, it's JMIA. And the sound. What a horrible trade. I'm embarrassed. Look at this, bleeding into the close. And if I wasn't talking on here, I'd probably be selling. So it cost me a little. There's the weekly on sound. I got no shit. Got to make my sound money back in Dash, Fresh, Lyft, or SMCI. I will leave it there. Thanks, everyone. Watch us AIFF. I'm in the room. Cheers.